Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another dominant performance from Team Alliance. Sunsfan, hit me with the stats.
Alliance won. Flax is wearing a blanket.
This is my lucky Alliance blanket. I wore it during WAC. We're right with
That would be
S4.
WCA there,
close
champ,
enough.
but very close.
Who cares about Chinese tournaments, for God's sakes? I don't need to keep up that illusion now that I'm not going to Shanghai. So, anywho, yes, my lucky S4 blanket, it does it again. Good job, S4. That midline, let's talk about that. Woo.
Yeah, midline. We
also
didn't
have
talk about it
flu-like
during the
symptoms?
draft. So.
What?
Do you also have flu-like symptoms?
Yes, I do. I have several diseases people don't know about, but some of you will
right.
find out, I'm sure.
You know, midline used to be the in thing back in
Really?
Dota 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to do it all the time. Lich mid as well. Is
Shadow
pretty powerful.
Shaman mid. Get
Yep.
those wards quick, ward trap them.
Okay, that's not that old school. I thought you said Shadow Demon, because Shadow Demon, when he originally was released,
No, I was
was
talking about
also
Rasta
an amazing
Pasta.
1v1. Yeah, Lion, I mean, he got actually pretty wrecked, because he doesn't have any escape mechanism, just any gank is going to
Yep.
kill him. But
Now-
he found the levels, and that's all that really matters.
That's what I call the carrot maneuver. Here's the carrot maneuver that some people don't realize. You have somebody like a Naga Siren who needs a lot of farm. So what do? You put some shitty mid that they know they can gank over and over again. But that, guess what? That mid is like a lion. He doesn't care. He just needs level 6. He literally needs nothing else. So you put that carrot in front of Doom and Queen of Pain's face. All they're going to do is keep diving the lion, killing the lion. Guess what? Well, he sucked. That's what I do all the time. I'll pick a really hard carry, like an Ember Spirit. I'll go mid, and I'll fucking be horrible. They'll kill me a million times, but I was never going to do good anyway. So I think they carroted.
Jokes on them.
Joke's on them.
Is that the new word? Carroted?
That's the Alliance carrot. We could think of a better name.
No, carrots.
I
pretty
like
good.
the carrot strat. That's good.
Bitch got
Just-
carroted.
Phallic imagery as well, so it fits completely.
Here's a fun fact. Did you know that people say that carrots are good for your eyesight, and that's a propaganda lie?
You know, if you eat enough carrots, you'll turn orange.
Can I finish my carrot fact first?
Oh, sure.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Check this out. So, during World War II, we developed radar technology. Germans are trying to figure out how do the English in the U.S. have radar? And they start having a counter campaign to all their troops. Eat a lot of carrots. It's good for your eyesight. That's how we see planes at night. We're fucking eating carrots. Turns out it was just a cover-up for radar. Eating carrots won't improve your eyesight. Eating carrots don't do shit. They taste like poop. Don't eat carrots.
There's nothing better than a fresh carrot sauce. Let's take a look at the highlights of game number 1 and see what we missed as that game got started. You know, for me, this game, EGM once again, the standout player. Alliance played well overall, but it seemed like every single time a fight started where Alliance was at a disadvantage or they're about to get whomped on, all of a sudden you see that big old fatty cheeseburger flying through, stunning people, making space for his
I
team.
feel like he got 3 earn kills that game.
He did. There were,
I actually
thanks to
made
the
that
Oracle.
up, but is that true?
Well, he got at least one from the
Okay.
Oracle, the Purifying
He
Flames
did. He
there.
got what? One.
He got all of them.
Look at Yike Hat. God, look, it's that BKB, that worthless BKB.
Yeah. Well, some of his BKB usages were. I mean, that was okay because he was going to get ravaged, but. I mean, Sven is such a weird hero. You kind of have to like snowball, and if you get kited, which you can get kited so easily by Alliance.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do? They have so many things that go through BKB as well. You have Nether Strike, just bash in general from Spirit Breaker. You got Ensnare.
And that would be
and
it.
then they have like the instant initiation with Lion, Hex. So
Yeah.
you can't even get the BKB off. It's a rough game for Sven.
Yeah, I like the build that Yabzor went for here. I felt like he was really active early on. Momboys had a good start, but it was sort of like we talked about, Slacks, that mid-game team fight synergy just wasn't there.
Yeah. I will say, though, I was pretty impressed with Bambo. I didn't think that he'd get as much done as he did. A lot of great tracks, a lot of great shurikens. And he was keeping the guys together in that early game where even though,
Look at
like, this
EGM
fight...
here. Look at that manly shit.
Well, so what? He died. He died like a man. But
That was his
still,
first death.
These early game fights, though, I mean, because of these bounty hunter tracks, because of how well he was doing, they weren't that far behind. And then somewhere along the line, they lost their way. So what a shame.
So I agree that Bambo played really well and better
Yeah.
than I thought he would on a hero that I wasn't expecting him to pick, but I would still prefer him on a hero that has more initiation possibilities. Like,
Yeah.
obviously Bounty can help you extend your lead or maybe even get you back in the game if you find a couple kills, and he'll give good vision, but it just doesn't feel like a Bambo hero to me.
Yeah, yesterday we saw the Bambo game where he played that Lina and almost single-handedly picked up his team and just put him on his back. I mean, he played that off lane and then just started moving around, got the Shadow Blade. He picked up so many kills, made so much space for his team. Bounty Hunter can't quite do that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like S4 playing Viper. You know, sure, he's a great Viper player, but there's only so much Viper can do to take over the game compared to a hero like Magnus or Puck, where you can initiate, move around, and completely control the tempo.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Oh, what do you want me to say?
Yes,
Fuck.
absolutely.
Let me tell you everything about Viper, gentlemen. This was a pretty interesting fight here. Really went both ways, but they got ahead of them on the alliance, and then I think this might have been the beginning of the end for them at this fight. If this just went the other direction, they could have got a Roche.
Burn kill.
The problem with the Mama Boys draft is they weren't really going to win like mid-late game against the Naga, right? She ended up getting like a 19-minute Radiance. Not the best timing, but it was still more than enough for Loda to start to take over the game at this point. And they didn't really have great pushing. Like their chances of really sieging and breaking high ground before 30 minutes or before the Naga starts to hit critical mass, how do they do that? Like what's the point where Mama's Boys peaks in this game?
Right. Well, yeah.
I mean, to me, this actually feels like an
Did
outdraft.
PyCat get a blink at all this game? I don't think he even got it, right?
I don't think so.
I mean,
He had to go into the BKB, and then things just kind of fell apart.
yeah.
He might have picked it up at the very
I think
end.
all in
but-
all, like, you're playing against the Naga. She gets Radiance at, what, 17, 18 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like almost any game you're going to lose, honestly. It's
Bulldog
so tough to
also
go against.
had a really good laning stage. When he died at the first time that he died, he was number 1 on the CS chart at like 27 or 30. First few minutes into the game, which is really, really impressive. We've seen that in offlaners now, where even if you die a couple of times, it can be completely worth it if you've been getting a lot of farm and a lot of experience in exchange. A lot of the prominent offlaners are not. It's not about just not dying. It's about making sure you get the XP that you need. We've got a draft for game 2, though, boys. Whoa, diggity!
You know, now that I think about the last game, it's wrapping that up. The Lion pick might have been pretty genius from Alliance because it could have been a deny. Right, you pick it with Naga instead of having it against it because it just absolutely wrecks Naga illusions.
Yeah. Well, that pool was limited in mid heroes. So
All right,
we'll
this
see here.
it was
I
Viper
already
like
see
can
Canada.
some
out.
powerful heroes. We got OD.
Brood Mother's in
Oh
here.
my, Juggernaut,
No more Brood Mother.
Time to put on my
Undying.
lucky Loda underwear. Hopefully this match turns out good for them. Here we
What
go.
happens if it doesn't?
Then I need to burn some underwear. All right, who's our pick here, boys?
OD is the best hero in this pool,
OD.
100%.
Oh yeah, OD's
well,
always
OD and
the
Lone
best.
Druid, but Lone Druid's banned. There we
And
go.
none of that. No OD today.
Praise God.
This
You don't
is
like
another.
OD?
Well, kind of a funky support pool. Dark Seer is still in. I think he could be a likely early pickup. Queen of Pain as well. And the Abaddon, man. Those are my top 3 still left.
Yeah.
Man, they got quite a bit offline. I mean, Leshrac has been like the hero of this tournament. We talk about Omni Knight and Warlock, and obviously Legion Commander who's banned in this game. But Leshrac, every game he's been played, I feel like, has been just dominant for the most part. Almost every game.
I think so.
Well, I think that's mostly because people
Well-
know when to pick him and why to pick him, not just because he's like a
Oh, yeah,
a
you don't
strong
first
hero.
pick Lesh,
Right,
absolutely.
but
the only game where Lesh didn't work out was the Alliance game when they. No, who picked Wisp?
Quisp, the Lion, the Whisp, and the Whoa No.
Yes, it was
That's
Liquid.
Team Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid. Yeah, that Wisp Lesh game was rough. Abaddon just pooed all over the goat, man. But all right, first pick Dark Seer for Alliance. There's your Bulldog hero.
Yep.
No big surprise.
Very safe pick to have as your first pick. Darkseer can kind of go anywhere, do anything. So that's cool. Good first one. Doesn't really tell us that much though.
And it's just a good lane dominator.
I feel like
They've
there's
got
no good lane now against that.
Juggernaut. He's pretty good at handling.
Yeah, but
Dark
how do
Seer in
you
the lane.
set that up? I mean,
What do you mean?
you could always just put Darkseer in the... If you put Darkseer safe lane solo, you're not going to put Jug in that lane, right? So Alliance could potentially try to build some sort of a aggro try.
I mean,
to go
they
against
definitely could. In terms of other offlaners that could fare well against the Dark Seer.
Elder Titan, dude.
The
Slam
Elder
jam
Titan.
that guy.
All right.
Work.
Hit him with the spirits.
Get him the spirit attack.
I mean, Mama's boys are thinking about how they want to
I was going
approach
to say,
this draft.
Abaddon
I'll
is
take
like
the
the
Abaddon.
only hero that could maybe 1v1 Darkseer and survive.
Yeah.
Still going to be rough.
Jakiro's second pick, though. That one's interesting.
We don't see too many Jakiros these days.
It's a very support-limited pool, but Skywrath, I think, might have been a little more tempting to a lot of teams. Just having that silence utility is really
Let's
good.
go Abaddon carry, Jakiro off lane. How about
Oh
that?
boy.
Now that would be fun. See,
Oh.
these are 2 cores, not supports.
I am hoping for a
That'd be
sexy
great.
Bambo Earthshaker. He is in the pool.
I'm
and-
shocked that Undying wasn't picked, though.
Yeah?
Earthshaker, you're right. Earthshaker for Bambo, no doubt.
I mean, if they're going to be going out, I hope that they go out on a very strong hero for Bambo. So.
And the roaming Marana. We've seen that have a lot of success in this tournament, just in general.
Think anybody's going to pick up a Terrorblade?
I'd like to see it.
Probably not.
It's not amazing yet, I don't think. Pick up an agility hero, just reflection that piece of garbage. I like Axe for Bambo as well. Don't know how
Oh
good
yeah,
that game.
that's a good Bambo
I mean, the best
hero.
hero in this pool is Undying, I think. I don't think there's any question.
Really?
And especially in Captain's Draft, it's such a ridiculously good hero. It makes your lanes so much easier. Your team fight's always going to be there.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Spectre, guys.
We could.
It's going to be Spectre versus Juggernaut this game.
Wow, that would be neat.
Do you think Mama's boys are looking to gear up for a kind of push? I mean, they could grab like Pugna and try and push a little bit.
Yeah, if you get a Pugna, then you want to get something like Lesh, right? That's even more push.
Yeah, like
They have
Pugna,
a
Lesh,
hero.
Oh, that was a good
Okay.
deny
Oh,
by
yes.
A. Why not?
So they
Good job, Team
they
A.
take Bambo's Earthshaker. Nice deny pick there, and we were just talking about the push strat. So how would they run the Pugna? I would imagine that's the Loda hero, getting
I
some of
think-
that farm priority.
It could be S4 too.
Ooh, a mid Pugna. Now that would be a fun change of
That's
pace.
the carrot, friends.
I
Don't
think-
get tricked by the
Right.
carrot.
I think you're right, though. I think Loda has usually played the Pugna when they
Yeah.
picked it.
So, I mean, usually Darkseer is the one that gets the early mech, especially if he gets farmed in the lane, but Pugna is one that will often grab a mech as well. So if he doesn't have the onus there, I wonder what that opens up for a Pugna build. You know, do you rush a Aghanim Scepter?
Achonims?
A Blink Dagger, perhaps? Could open up for
Aether
Pugna.
Lens.
to
It's
get a
always
little more.
Aether Lens first.
Oh, Aether Lens. Yeah, that's really sick on Pugna.
Actually, I
you're
don't
right.
remember seeing mech on Pugna lately. It's obviously good, but
Yeah, I mean, we don't really see Pugna that much in general.
that's true.
I'm a
Alright,
big
there's the Marana you were talking about.
Tusk and Marana. There we go. Look at this team. This is a pub team, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm loving it so far. Get those arrows. Get that Tusk ball. There's not a lot of synergy, and that's what I'm all about.
All right,
Just
so
make it work.
Alliance will completely go for push. Now there's the Juggernaut for a potential deny pick as well. We talked about how he's pretty good against the Darkseer. Again, I really like this Alliance draft, man. They're 5-man scary. They've got a huge amount of magic damage, a lot of control. Like their mid-game team fight is good. Spectre now for the Mama's boys. Suns fan did indeed say there would be a Spectre pick. Sometimes if you throw enough darts, you'll get a bullseye.
A Juggernaut, you're perfect. All right, so Alliance, I like their draft. Of course, it's very strong. It works together, but
Ooh, Ake
Mama's
Pugna.
boys, they got a real. They're representing everybody. They got a lot of ghosts. They got a lot
Yeah.
of. They got a human. They got a dragon, and they got whatever the fuck Tusk is.
I'm worried though, Slacks. He would be a walrus. That is one of the
Is
more
that a real
well-known.
creature? My God, it's horrifying.
But I think Mama's boys may be lacking on that team fight control in the mid game. Alliance Death Ball is going to be scary past that 15-minute mark.
Alliance's draft is just God. They've got burst damage out the wazoo too. I mean,
they've got good lanes. Like they've got it all, I think. But
I wish.
we'll see what our casters think. Slacks. We're going to hand it over to the big boys. Mott and Grand Grant are going to take it away for game 2 as Alliance and Mama's boys gets underway.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Dota fans. We are here with PIA Captain's Draft 3.0 presented by Dota Cinema and moonducktv. This could be the last game for Mama's boys in this tournament after what seemed to be an amazing run here in the first 2 rounds as well. We're in the round 3 of the losers bracket. The winner of this one will move on to the losers bracket semifinal and play up against either Vega or Evil Geniuses. And right now it's looking like Alliance. They want to be that team. Mama's boys, they get a good draft here, but we'll have to wait and see how it is. This is Mont, as well as the Dr. Pepper Wizard Savage himself, Mr. Grant. Grant, how are you feeling from these drafts, and who do you think is going to take it on either side?
I'm liking the drafts. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a middle Marana versus a middle Leshrac, which I've never seen ever, so
It's like
should be interesting.
Dota 2, like super early, like beta. That's a mid lane that was probably pretty common.
And then we have Mama's Boy maybe not doing the, like, they've been playing super aggressive, doing all that crazy stuff, and now they're on their last game possibly, and they just fall back onto the Black Spectre. We're going to see if he can do what he did for every team he's ever been on.
Yeah, to change your playstyle in the last game is something that generally leads to, I think, maybe just honestly bad play and could be a loss as well. But I am excited. We all know how good Black can farm. There's a pretty good chance he's going to go for Drum because he loves that freaking item. But I don't know. I do like the Spectre pickup. I like both drafts equally. There's a lot of push coming out from the Lions. They have some from Mama's Boys as well because, of course, they have the Yakiro, or Jakiro, the THG for Yapsor, and he's gonna be helping out PyCat mid at the start of this. And again, PyCat and Mirana, this is a core Mirana. We saw it the other day with Yuar. This should be okay. It's not as bad as it used to be. The agility game's pretty good. You can get some good damage, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yep, I think, and it's going to be a sexy Bambo tusk, so hopefully we see him doing that, moving around the map, doing his thing. Look at Black's already up. We know what lane. He TPs from bottom to top, and it's a quick rotation.
It's a tri-lane versus a dual lane. This is a Jug versus a Spectre. Jug, of course, has the Blade Fury, and Black has no such luxury. He'll have Spectral Dagger. Aka's going to come in. He might be able to throw it on another blast, but Sox has already got the Aphotic Shield. And Ake is very squishy. One Aphotic Shield tick onto Ake could do a lot of damage to him, so he's going to have to be a little bit careful. You can see it's about to run out, but it looks like he will avoid it, and Ake will not be on the receiving end of that damage. But it's turned into a aggressive tri-lane from Alliance's EGM. He'll be up there on the Earthshaker as well, and now the Starstorm going. PyCat in trouble. He's got Leap. He'll go away. S4 looking for a Lightning Storm. Can't quite get into range. And already you can see this matchup going the way of S4. Fisher's going to come out. It's going to block Black. He's in trouble. He's trying to Spectral out, but he can't quite make it across. He's near the tower, but you can already see the amount of damage and harass being dealt to Black in this lane. They'll pull for him. He's going to salve up, so he will get some last hits under the tower Graham, but still, this aggressive trial is very dangerous.
Yeah, it is, and this has to be terrible for Spectre. It's either, hey, you can go 1v1 versus a Darkseer, or you can go versus a tri-lane where you're going to die. It's just interesting Spectre pick. Last going to be tough.
Yeah, now down bottom, there's the snowball. It looks like Bambo is in a lot of trouble. He's got to salve. He's got to Fairy Fire first. Bulldog Surge has run out. He can salve himself. Now he's out of mana completely. Now top lane to dive. There's the Blade Fury spin. They missed the Fisher on his Soxa. He's got a Photic Shield up, and Loda's just got a creep cut, essentially. I don't even know if that was intentional, but now it is going to be Black continuing to farm underneath the tower. He will be up in the top of last hits, but still, he'll take some harass from this. And already, if that Fisher had hit, you can imagine how dangerous that fight would have been for Mama's Boys.
Yeah, but they get away with it, and that's perfect for a Spectre. They're wasting all their skills, their mana here, and now Black gets some last hits on the tower, and he's doing a good job without Quelling Blade. I know how tough that is.
I think the biggest thing for Spectre is to get started early, because later on you could get Haunt, maybe get up an Urn, get up a couple of charges, and be able to fight.
Yep, and EGM just dying. It creeps, bot out, die, heal, get your mana quicker. It's
a quick trip back to the fountain that you don't have to walk all the way back or TP back. Instead, he could just TP back to lane down and get involved again.
And the mid matchup obviously going in favor of S4, but it's not doing too bad for PyCat, and he is 7-3, and he's happy with that.
The base damage, I think, is going to be higher for S4, but not by much. I think it's just an actual 2 points of damage going the way of S4. I feel like the animations are both good. Loda top lane, he's going to get caught. A little bit of damage coming out with the Liquid Fire. Ake as well. They've rotated EGM mid, but there's a great Observer Ward coming out for Mama's Boys. The Fisher will go. The Splitter might be next. They can't quite get it off in time. And PyCat actually is completely out of regen. I don't know if he has anything coming on the courier either. It looks like he's got no bottle. So PyCat's just actually in some trouble here.
Yeah, unless he somehow finds a regen rune in one of the spots. It's 3 minutes. He's not going to. Look at.
Well, Blade Fury's going to go. Sox is in trouble. Loda can't quite find that kill. Loda's been getting not only good farm, but good damage on a lot of these heroes as well. And Mama's Boys pretty much just have to keep this a dual, or rather a defensive tri-lane, because Loda and Ake, the damage that they can pump out is pretty outstanding.
Yeah, and Black actually doing decently. He has his boots up now, and they're actually going to go on Loda, and he's going to take a lot of damage.
He's got no Blade Fury, and the Nether Blast will try to push them back. This could be your first blood. Last right click, it will go to Black on the Spectre. That is first blood, a kill for the Spec. That is a gigantic pickup for Mama's Boys.
It is. That was just, they knew that level 1 Blade Fury, it's a 40-second cooldown, or maybe even longer. That's insane. They just go on him, and it's an easy kill.
Yeah, you're not joking. 42-second cooldown at its first level. Obviously, Ake can't do much. Maybe he could have got a decrep, but Soxa, the haste rune from EGM, he's got Fisher. This is going to be a free kill and a solo kill. Unless he can somehow get denied, that will not be the case. EGM will not waste any time, and he'll pick himself up a nice pickup with that kill.
Yeah, and a supporter, Shaker, getting a solo kill, getting almost to level 3 by now he's great with that, and he can actually just do his thing. Yeah.
So you have 2 lanes that are going extraordinarily well for Alliance. Mid lane, of course, 18 last hit, or 23 last hits rather for the Lash, and PyCat is at 9. And they've rotated Loda down bottom. Good snowball to try to avoid the rest of that Blade Fury. But Bambo still might be in trouble. So he's got a bottle charge. He's got the ice shards he's going to throw out. He has a Fairy Fire. Rotating down is going to be Yapsor. They want to continue to put pressure on Loda, but again, they're just not really getting farm for Pycat, and Bambo's not really getting much done either in his lane.
Yeah, luckily Spectre is getting farm, which is surprising. I thought he was going to be the one to get the least amount of farm. And if he gets, like you said, an early earn plus a level 6.
He's got it, man.
Oh, he does, and he's TPing bottom. They're
Does he?
maybe going for early gank, yeah, and he does have his earn.
And they want to go for this. He doesn't have his level 6. There's the Ice Shard Snowball, and Loda's able to Blade Fury, and Bambo goes down, just going a little bit too early. The Lions get it done, and that's going to be a nice pickup, and some extra gold going for Loda that they really desperately needed. They'll rotate Bulldog top, and this tower is going to fall sooner rather than later because the creep cut has begun. He's got his Stout Shield, he's got his Soaring, he's got everything he really needs to creep cut. Now EGM's going to get spotted by Saxa, and they're just going to, okay, they high-five each other and continue to walk in the opposite direction. That was a bit awkward, but
whatever. They're both like, I don't want to waste your time.
what's up, homies? Then they just leave. Cool stuff. All right.
Pycat, yeah. Pycat's definitely having a rough one. He has Bottle, Boots.
Wraithband, that's it.
Wraithband, and he's going to hope for a regen rune here or something, maybe a double damage.
It just needs anything at this
Yeah,
point.
he does.
6-minute rune's going to come out. He will be able to take it. They have good vision towards that mid lane. Down bottom, the aggressiveness continues. And again, well, it's going to be more farm coming out for, I think, actually Bambo in the top lane. But Spectre really wants to be the one involved. They've rotated Bulldog back down bottom. They've TP'd Loda top. They're just wasting a lot of money on TP scrolls and in time with the rotations that they're making. But
And I like this. Bot lane, no, nothing.
They
Nothing
were
gonna
thinking
happen.
about it.
Yeah, okay, getting low, and actually they're so low HP heroes on Alliance, and I like how Bambo's just allowed to harass Loda like he is. He's almost 2 full levels above him because of that early kill on him, and it's gonna be interesting. Walrus Punch, obviously, good counter
so
to
close
Blade
to it,
Fury.
too. Yeah, he has got the Walrus Punch, but he's not able to find a fight here, and Loda will go toe-to-toe. He's got Aquila and Boots of Speed, so Loda's not doing terribly, but you look at the Spectre, I think the Urn is probably a bit more important for the Spec as he gets up to maybe his next set of boots, whether it'll be Treads or Phase. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, but I think Phase Boots is the biggest one. You catch someone in the jungle with Phase Boots and a Desolate, and they're just dead.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage coming out. Phase is probably the one that's been most picked up recently on Spectres. Then obviously you could maybe get up an Aquila or a Poor Man's Shield and work on perhaps getting that Radiance. And that is the general idea. If you can get a good time Radiance, you go for it. But sometimes you'll see, like, Phase, maybe Mance or SNY, like Diffusal Blade. But
And look at Loda. He's just getting dominated by Bambo right now. He's waiting. Maybe I can get a kill here on Loda. It'd be tough. And the healing ward's up now, so that idea is probably gone.
Loda currently has Tangos on the Courier, and that is it. After picking up Boots, he's got a Quelling. He's got a Aquila as well.
Oh, middle, we have an arrow.
Arrow's going to hand him to EGM. He's got Starstorm. It's not going to be enough damage to bring him down. Yapstor wasn't quite in range. The Fisher will go through to hit on Yapstor as well, and EGM. He has Enchant, not level 6. He's not very close either. But, of course, this is all the meanwhile. Leshrac is having great farm. The Darkseer has picked up as well. The top 2 in CS, of course, these 2 heroes currently in the jungle. They're going to try to look for a gank. They are not smoked up, however. There's an Observer 1 on the high ground. Here we go. I think it's a haste rune coming out from S4. He actually just gets Surge up, finds a Split Earth, and the Pulse Nova and Lightning Storm are more than enough to kill, but they get the kill mid as Bambo rotates in, gets off the Walrus Punch. S4 is going to get surged up as well. There's the Pulse Nova. Pycat seeing him coming through, and he's going to take a lot of damage. S4 has to be careful. Can they get off another right click or snowball? They don't have room. The Lightning Storm Split Earth, and they're going to lose Bambo. No, he lives with 8 HP. He'll stay alive, and S4 dangerously close to death himself. But this gives them plenty of farm top lane as Loda. They're going to get this tower. It's not going to be denied. The Glyph will come, but this is some extra gold that I think Loda really needed.
Yeah, he did. The pushing power at the support Pugna helps him out, that healing ward, and oh man, it was if Bambo died there, that would have just been huge for S4 and just terrible for Mom's Boy, but he lives and kind of resets back to normal now.
I mean, it could have gone both ways if S4 had died there.
Yeah, and if he didn't just level up his ice shards, he would have had enough mana, 110, that
Yeah,
5 mana
absolutely.
increase actually.
Lightning Storm looking for a Split Earth. They can't quite get it off. Top lane, they're encroaching at Asaxa. He's got a Photic. Now he's going to get Decrypt as well. He'll take off the Decrypt with the Aphotic Shield, but he is just about to fall. Miscoil Deny comes out, though. Now the Haun's going to come through. He's going to look for bottom, and Admiral Bulldog's going to get caught as Black will get the kill. Black is farming very well right now, and they need him to be. He is now second in net worth. They're looking for fighting top. They're going to go for Ake. Walrus Punch gets him the kill. That is a squishy ass support, and boy, Does he fall down to the earth and his body gets crippled on the way down? Bambo in some trouble, however. They're going to trade for this, but it's going to be another kill. We saw this yesterday, the chain feeds coming out. Moda's going to get these pickoffs, but he can't quite get there. Great ice shards blocked by Bambo. He'll bottle up. He doesn't have a TP scroll. He is making some space, but that's all that he might be doing. Enchant will go. They've got Fisher at the ready. It's going to fly. He could try to snowball. He can't get it off, and Loda will get yet another kill. But again, it is more space creation coming out from Mama's boys. Still, though, a much-needed pickup for Loda on the Juggernaut.
Yeah, it was. I'm actually surprised. I saw the ping from Sexy Bambo, actually, when Spectre
Oh,
ulted.
arrow mid. Beautifully done. Starstorm will go. And again, he's so squishy, he will not be able to survive through that. All right, okay.
PIA down on the CS charts. Oh, nice ice path. But he's picking up these hero kills. He's 1-0-1, and that's good. No deaths for him right now.
Oh, my lord. The lightning's from the vacuum back at PyCat. They need an ice path or something, and he's going to go down. Bulldog comes in, and he's able to surge up, and they'll find another huge pickoff for themselves. So when they get one kill, they lose another, it feels like.
They do. And Bambo, though, with the phase boots, and he does so much. Now, we saw him. He blew up that Pugna with just all 3 spells, and he just died. And he's going to look for that again.
Spectre, again, how I said it earlier, and I wasn't joking, Black loves to go for drum, and I think everyone knows that. Suns fan was telling me earlier, he's like, man, he's just going to pick up drum on every hero. Yeah, that's going to be the case. He's going to get drum up. Now there's going to be the snowball coming in. Bulldog will not be able to avoid it. The ice shards, he doesn't actually hit him with it. There's the Walrus Punch, and Black will get the kill, and he's up to 1,500. The Lightning Storm will bounce to both of them. Bambo might be in some trouble, but they can't get the Split Earth off. Everybody's rotating everywhere. It's like,
Yeah, it is.
like they're not even playing the laning phase anymore. It's just like, okay, let's just fight all across the map. Let's see what we can get done.
Yeah, it is. And Spectre does have enough for his drum if he wants to pick it up, but he's kind of hesitating right now. He realizes, like, I'm actually getting a lot of farm, but if he gets ganked here, we might see him just buy it out.
Fisher, there's the Blade Fury, and Black is in trouble. Great Split Earth. Echo Slam on it, too. Beautifully done from Alliance. That is a great fight. And Black, he did not die before, or buy before dying. Yeah, that's a tongue twister. Arrow's going to come in. It's going to hit Loda. But he's got the healing ward up, and, well, they're going to be able to push this tower down. The Starstorm will go. Now the Lightning Storm coming out. I thought they nerfed that range, but, man, S4 is hitting up the range pretty damn well.
Yep, and it's just PyCat trying to solo defend right here. He might be in he's dead.
That's a mistake from PyCat going too far forward. And I felt like Mama's Boys was doing really well. They just was 3 heroes in a row. They've lost a couple of kills that they really should have gotten. They've died a couple of times. They're just being too aggressive, I feel like.
Yep, they are. And, like, just right there, like, why go in versus long-range stun on that Earth Shaker and a bunch of TPs in the middle.
They don't get the deny. Yapster will pick it up as the glyph was coming through. S4 has an invis, but they've got the sentry down. They're going to right-click him. The snowball will come through. They need this kill. The haunt will come out as well, I believe. They get the Fisher. They're going to reality, and they're looking for Akin. They'll pick up one. Can they get the second? They reality further, I think, chasing after the jug. Loda's death could be huge, and they'll pick it up again. Another kill for Black after picking up that Drum of Endurance. That's a huge fight coming out from Mama's Boys. Back and forth we go, Grant. Now the Spectre, top net worth in the game.
Yeah, he is. Drums, earn, phase boot, stick, and 1.1k. He's
Oh, Ake Snowball. Well, he just gets a free kill on. Man, he just goes down so damn quickly. This guy, it's a short little squishy ass. I don't know what the hell he is. Corpse, I guess.
And that's what happens when you have a core Tusk. He's allowed to go the max Q, max W, and he literally just, all 3 spells will kill any of the supports, maybe even the last track almost at this point.
Yeah.
Does so much damage, and it's nice seeing Sexy Bambo back to playing that space creating
He wants that aggressive play. Like we saw the Lena yesterday. He's doing it again, man.
Yeah, he is. Bulldog level 11, though. And Bulldog's actually, yeah, he is very high level. He has Mech. They're going to go. No,
he just wanted to get big creeps.
He's good.
He picked up a bracer. Bambo did, by the way.
Yeah.
They already have a drum, but it's not unheard of to get 2. But do you think that's what he's going to pick up?
I think he might do what Black did. If he's about to die, he might pick it up.
Oh,
and then
arrow onto EGM. It's a full duration. The Starstorm, last right click. No enchant to come in, and now Mama's Boys are getting a couple of really good trades, but here comes S4. Split Earth Soxa. He's got the borrowed time, though. The Mist Coil will fly, and this will push back Alliance. On the other side, Haste Rune picked up by PyCat. He's got it bottled up. There's no sentries or anything along those lines, and Loda can't quite find that kill. He did, by the way. Bambo did go for the drum charge, or drum pickup.
No, I think that's fine. All of his kills have almost all been solo, so might as well. He's not like he's really running with a Spectre. It's interesting. How did PyCat know EGM was there? I wasn't watching. I saw pings from Alliance like, oh, they have
no idea.
They have an OBS up there, but they don't.
I think they just thought he was forming that camp, and he just wanted to be aggressive. Meanwhile, they'll lose their tier 1 tower mid lane as Alliance one thing they have going their way is a serious amount of push.
Yeah,
they have
it is.
creep clear, they have tower clear, essentially, with Edict and Nether Blast.
Beast top.
Fisher, Pycat has enough mana to be able to get out. The Split Earth will go, though. Can they burst him down the Echo Slam? He might get away the Ice Path, and he's just not able to get out in time. And they will not get that Tier 1 tower. They're chasing even further. Yapster will try to TP away. He will make it away. Still, really good kills coming out. Pycat, he's dying a couple of times. Alliance have a pretty big advantage with 3 of the 4 heroes in top of the net worth. But again, the Spectre continues to farm freely as Black is up to 2,100 gold.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It's so hard for Alliance probably has the better team fight, but you're so scared to just have a Spectre just ult, and you don't know where he's going to go. And now that he can teleport to 5 different illusions if he wants during a fight. But Alliance is fine. They can just push, like you said, with the Healing Ward, the Edict, and the Blast.
They have a lot of pressure, and this, I like this play from Alliance. If there's one thing they could do, it is take down all of the outer towers. But the Ice Path's about to go. Thinking about it, maybe the Macro Pyre. They held up Prologue as well, and they have the Healing Ward, so it's really tough to fight. They've got borrowed time. They don't want to give up this tower. The Blade Fury will go. He's going to heal back up and ready to go. The Vac Wall should be ready, and in fact it is. He's got full vacuum levels and 1 point in the wall. He is level 11, so he put that extra point in vacuum and Surge to make sure. Now there's the Nether Ward doing some work. They will get the tower, and it's time for Bambo and the rest of the crew to leave. And Mama's boys should be able to make it back, but the question is, do Alliance want to push high ground? And now they have good push, but that is tough to fight into.
Especially 16 minutes in. But they know they're almost on a clock right now. They're like, win this Spectre, get his radiance. We got to get the rest of the objectives down before at least he does that. So once he gets that and they team fight, there's just the miss percentage on every single hero, every fight. That's insane.
And not only that, but these heroes are pretty damn squishy.
And we've seen Bambo show us that.
Luckily, Bulldog has a mech, so he could be able to outlast that Haunt, but it's not going to be easy. Pycat, everybody is going Drum. They've got 3 for Mama's Boys now, and they have plenty of charges to work with. And Yapsor, well, he's going to go for Yules, which is no surprise there. He is a Jakiro, so.
Yep, that'll be good. And we have the ultimate actually runs. I didn't even see it, I guess.
Oh, my lord. That sentry is so close to the Observer, but they can't quite get it. Meanwhile, bottom, Loda, he might have been spotted. The Moonlight Shadow went. He's about to go into lane. They know that he's going to be there, but they're going to head towards mid.
Interesting. I'm actually surprised they did that. They do have the tier 1. Oh, now they're rotating back.
Let's think about this again. Hold on a second. We see Loda. We see you. We're going to go for you. Oh, the courier.
EGM sees the chicken. They know they're there.
There's the snowball. Walrus punch in. EGM in trouble. Last 2 right clicks, and they just get off the Fisher. He might deny himself to Roche. The drum charges, pops. Good enchant totem, but the Haunt will get the kill with Pycat, and they're looking for more. Loda is coming in. Can they reality? It looks like they want to. I don't know if they decided to. In the end, he stayed top lane, and now Saksa, borrowed time will go. Ake gets arrowed to death right in the eyeball. Pycat will get himself a double kill. Yapsor, beautiful ice path, but it does only hit under 2. Saksa and Yapsor don't really want to have to fight this. Coming in from the backside. They might get a TP coming out from the Spectre. He's still staying up at that top lane, even with the Haunt. He really wants that relic. Yapsor might be the martyr for the cause here. One of the last right clicks will hit up, and it's actually the Lightning Storm. That'll actually just burn him to death.
Well, meanwhile, Spectre, he gets 2 assists, obviously, from just clicking his R button, and
his relic's just about done.
He might sell the Stout.
He needs to get out, I think, because, of course, EGM is coming through a Fisher into, like, an Echo Slam, plus a couple of other heroes.
They do have good... They can deal with the Spectre if they catch him, though. A Blink Earthshaker as well as a Blink Darkseer, they have amazing team fight. It's going to be team fight versus Spectre, pretty much, in these upcoming fights.
I think Alliance are rather... And Mama's Boys are... Without the Spectre, I mean, he had got that Haunt off, but he didn't reality in. Without that hero, they still fought extraordinarily well. Pycat's arrows have been on point. He's obviously still pretty far behind, and he doesn't have the best ability to farm. Even with Starstorm, he's just not that fast of a farmer. Whether you have Maelstrom or Midas might be the extra help that you need, but still, they need some extra work for Pycat here. At this point, he's really just an arrow, I think, in the Starstorm.
Yeah, and his arrows have been great, though. We saw him pick off that Pug on the backside again. Oh, Ake's been getting bullied this game.
What does he have? I'm concerned. Not much.
And the boots.
Arcanes and Tracer.
Yeah, Zor almost on his Yules now. He's very close, and a Yule's on Jakiro. I mean, the move speed running, like he might have got away there running and just thrown someone up in the air, and it's perfect setup. Obviously, it's an instant stun on the Yules into Ice Path.
And he's close. I think the recipe's like, what, 600 or something along those lines?
Yep. I believe it's 600 straight up.
If I could find it, I could just search it on the... I'm just going to assume that it is anyways.
Yep, and Bloodstone up on S4 now. 1.4K. It's going to be tough to... He's one of those people Bambo's scared of going in on.
He's got a charge. They have Moonlight Shadow, though. They'll see S4, but will they see more heroes They're going to go for him. The Haunt's going to fly through. The rest of the crew's coming in. They can't quite get it done. He's low. They get off the mech. They will not Haunt. And Bambo, he is going to be the one that is going to fall for the Smoke of Deceit gank. But it was a good effort, but really just a great bait from Alliance to keep S4 not only alive, but to get him a kill. But Black continues to farm top. His Radiance, it won't be done this creep wave, but in maybe 2 or 3 more, he'll have it.
And I just realized what we saw that right there was Ake just literally ulted onto S4, and he just wasn't taking any damage. And they have the healing ward too. I just realized how much like sustainability they actually have.
The Eels is going to come out. They're going to push this tower. Here comes the Ice Shard. They brought back on Bambo. It's a bit unfortunate for him, but Saksa, he's got bar time at the ready. The Nether Blast, the Lightning Storm. S4 is going to pop up the Edict in a couple of moments. In fact, he pops it up now. This tier 3 is falling really quickly, and they do not have Haunt for 70. The Nether Ward has been picked up onto the tower. It's going to get chopped down by Saksa, and they will back up. And Alliance, I can imagine them taking Roche at this point.
They could if they want. They don't. I guess they don't have too much Roche damage. The Juggernaut being their biggest, and he just doesn't have farm right now.
Yeah, Loda is...
He's almost got that he's very close to his Battle Fury, obviously. That seems to be the used to be S and Y phase booth. Battle Furies came back.
It is the new build.
They are doing Roche though.
Haunt is not up for 38 seconds. That would have been a huge team fight ultimate to have.
Here comes the arrow. They are going to spot out. Will it be in time though? It will be.
You're going to see this. The arrow's going to fly through. It actually gets dodged beautifully.
It's
not really much vision there.
Yep, helps him out. It's Roshan.
There's the Radiance done, and they might just give this away though.
20 seconds on that ult, and they just can't. They have to. The Alliance is so scared. They're like, can we do it? I don't think so.
Well, if they wait any longer, the Haunts get back. It's back up in 10 seconds. They definitely can't fight now. I think they just want to back away. Battle Fury is, however, done. It's just another item going their way. This is very, very tense for Alliance, I think. And
look at EGM. He has his Blink Dagger now. Well, once he goes and buys it.
Blink Echo Slam into the Roche Pit. We've seen it do wonders for teams before.
Yeah, we've seen it win a team $6 million.
Yeah, that's pretty much how good it is. Obviously, had a little bit of health with Ice Vortex and another couple of abilities coming out from Ancient Apparition, but still, they are going to smoke up. There was no war to scout this out. Now, Alliance fell head back into the pit. He's got the Echo Slam, so EGM can jump in. Ake will be the first one to get scouted. There's the Haunt coming through as well. The Snowball will fly. The Ice Path, Ake's low. He's already maybe going to fall the first here in this fight. Good vacuum into Split Earth. The Apsor is low. They pop up the borrow time. Nobody did yet. They've already lost 2 for Alliance. The Macro Pyre dropped on the ground. The mech's already been used up in Pycat. And of course, Black going to work. 3 dead. They'll pop the wall down. Beautifully done to pull stuff a Split Earth, but they will lose. S4 is now Bambo is going to work on the Bulldog. He'll get the kill. They missed the arrow. Can they get the job done? The Starstorm will do it. And Mama's Boys will take a 5-man wipe. Team fight going their way. They lose 2, and they will more than likely get Roche here.
Yep, and that was all. Bambo blew up EGM single-handedly by himself in the back line. That just
Saksa? Ooh.
That is Admiral Bulldog image almost saying they get a 5-man team wipe and an Aegis. Inspector has 1.4k. Oh my god, that Inspector just perfect timing for that ult. His team bought him enough time to get his ult back up, and yeah, just I can't say Bambo literally just killed EGM solo, and it with that Blink Dagger, who knows what he could have done. And Bambo being the MVP.
I mean, Bambo doing Bambo things essentially. He runs at people, and he did even have to use his buyback to defend the tier 3 tower in the bottom lane. And here we go. They've got the Maelstrom now for Pycat. Net worth-wise, it is
Sold
even.
it.
Yeah, he's trying to... Well, nope, there it is. He's just like, oh, I should really buy this. Hey, I think I'll get it.
Yeah, he did. And he's like, I'll sell it right there.
All right, Ake's going to take down the Observer Ward. I feel like he is the hero that has really been the most killed for Alliance.
Oh, he has been bullied 0, 5, and 5. Pretty much he's laying on the ward. It's only level 2. But it's doing work. Loda's ward was on the hill by Roshan the entire time, the healing ward, and they were getting healed, and they still got 5 taken down. It was just good team fight for Mama's Boy.
Badness picked up the Aether Lens.
That's just too good. He's just going to be able to heal everyone halfway across the map if he wants.
Yeah, I'm going to hover over this Mist Coil, and it's pretty damn big. Not only that, but the Aphotic Shield it's okay as well. So.
Not melee range. I remember when that used to be super long, and now it's sure. I mean, obviously it's really good. Takes off every stun, silence, whatever you want it to.
Yeah, and they really are going to need it against S4. He's lost a couple of Bloodstone charges. He has picked up a Yules, however, so they can set up some fights. They can set up some engagements with his Split Earth and Yules combo. But again, Spectre continues to farm away. The Yasha is now done. Manta Style will be the next choice of item, I would imagine, for Black. And he is known. A lot of people have talked about his AFK jungling and what he could do with it, but he's been involved in a lot of these fights in Black. It seems to just get better and better over time, and he's now playing a game against one of the best teams in the world on Alliance. He's top of the net worth, but Alliance, they're not going to go quietly into the night. Loda has the Battle Fury. He's got 1,300 gold. We'll see if they can get a good fight going their way.
But I like him. I mean, if you want one person that you can lean back on, having Black on that Spectre is definitely one of those guys.
Similarly, it's a Loda also on the Juggernaut.
And this smoke gank.
They're going to look. They were drawing a line towards mid lane, but they'd have to dive to the tier 2. Instead,
they spotted him,
AGM,
though.
he's going to get spotted out. They're looking for the snowball. They're going to find it. He's already used his blink dagger. The haunt will come through as well, and this is going to be an easy kill as Bambo will get it done. Just a nice pickup. Pycat's going to send the arrow and actually avoids. Aki's able to just sidestep it, and that's going to be that.
Yep, they're happy. Hey, we get a free kill. Farm this way. Maybe push the tower. They do have the THD, obviously.
Did he already sell his urn? He should have it on the courier. Wow, Black just got rid of it completely.
Yeah, I don't need this.
That's pretty insane. That's a good amount of mana regeneration gone. Obviously, the urn charge to heal you up too, but still, he'd probably rather have his drum and, of course, the Aegis, but whatever.
Up in there. Anta's getting picked up in 1K. He's just doing perfectly.
Dual Scepter, Bambo's in trouble. The arrow's going to come through. Ice Path is dodged as well. The surge was up. There's the wall coming out, and Bambo might fall here. Good walrus punch, but it will not keep him alive. Nicely done by S4. They'll get him back up to 8 Bloodstone charges, the standard, and he will make it away with everyone else.
They had to commit wall to that, which means they're going to be a little low on the defense if Mama's Boy wants to push, but they're not too inclined. They got a Spectre.
I mean, this is tough. I mean, you saw how fast they were pushing that tier 3 down bottom, but now they've been stifled because they don't want to fight into an Aegis, obviously.
They do not. Bullnog still, he's been a lot more silent this game, but he's been playing 4-3-4. He has a Blink, Mystic Staff. Yep,
Yeah,
he's
Shiva's Guard probably.
most likely going for the Shivas.
I could see a Haunt coming out as well, but I just think Shiva's is probably more important, especially with all the illusions that are going to come out from the Spectre.
And you always, that armor, team armor for pushing.
Attack slow. So yeah, there's a lot of good things here coming out from the Shiva's Guard. Loda is farming the enemy jungle. Pycat seems to know that something is up. He can't really slow him down. He doesn't have a diffusal, which would be nice to have, but of course the Blade Fury would just come out next anyways.
Yep. We got Bama going. Looks like another possibly
BKB.
Black King bar, yeah.
I could see that happening.
He's just been controlling fights. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to run at the Pugna and the ES and just disrupt shit in the back lines.
Here's the Smoke of Deceit gank. Bambo and crew will head towards that mid lane. Bulldog, he's got Surge. He's got a Blink. It's on cooldown for 10. Spectral Dagger actually missed. Still, he has Haunt ready to go. Will they go for mid or will they head somewhere else? Lotus farming the Ancients. They clearly don't know that, nor do they care. As I think they found their target in Ake, but I don't know if he'll be caught. He's pretty close. He's picked up an Aether Lens, and here we go. Soxa's going to find out his 4. This could be a big pickup. They know that he's running. The Haunt will come through. It's going to lock the computer for just a bit. Can they re-out and onto S4? They should. The Yules will come out. They're going to find more than likely an Ice Path as well. The Snowball into Bulldog. He's going to get caught. It's going to be a 2-man trade. Macro Power is going to be picked up, and Pycat will get the kill. All the meanwhile, Black looking for Loda. He's got Spectral Dagger. He sees him. They ping him out. They know where to go. Loda, he's got Omni Slash and Blade Fury. And the Moonlight Shadow's going to go. The Ice Shards will not be able to hit. He's got no TP scroll. And Loda is going to Blade Fury, but he will take right-click damage. He can't even Omni Slash anymore. And that's a kill. 3 dead. Mama's boys lose nothing. And they have found their rhythm, Grant.
Yeah, they have, and that I can't believe they got that double kill in the back when Spectre was going on the ES on the other side, and they did that much damage. I think, yeah, Yopsor is level 13.
Yeah,
He's putting out a lot of
this
damage.
Jakiro has been insane. And he's going to have a mech now. His mech is done. He's got the mech recipe. He did go for Tranquil, so there's not going to be the Guardian Greaves later on down the road, but I don't even care. He probably just gets a Veil at this point after he gets the mech.
I think a Veil or well, what's the other one called? You know, damage. Aether Lens.
Lens, right. Yeah,
he's
good
doing
call.
so much damage, just that. And this Earthshaker, we still have not seen. We saw that ult bottom, that big ult, but that was before he had his blink. We haven't seen a big blink ult yet.
He's getting caught out. It obviously doesn't help that a Haunt Radiance will stop your Blink Dagger from being
Every
able to...
time. That's
I mean,
the worst feeling.
that is a very good counter to this Earthshaker.
Yep,
So
Earthshaker, Sand King, it's been the bane of them for 10 years now.
it's just been a long time of Dota where they've been shut down. But this is what happens when you get a Spectre farmed in Black. He can now start fighting with his teammates. He's got the Mantis Talon. He has been fighting. Probably goes for maybe a Diffusal or a Heart next. He's got options, but still... There is obviously the chance. Loda has picked up a Yasha. He's trying to get to the SNY. His farm is slowed down considerably, and now even Pycat is ahead of him, looking for a Mithril Hammer. Maybe, I don't know, actually. BKB probably is the most likely option, but still.
Probably BKB. They're showing they just want to have some sustainability in teamfighting. I think it could be a Deso. Who knows? I think we went over this yesterday, and it seems to always be BKB now.
Yeah, we were not correct yesterday, and I think a lot of people let us know. Like, oh my God, he's got a Helm of the Dominator. It's not a Desolator, you idiots. So
and I just felt bad all night about it.
Yeah.
And BKB almost up on the Leshrac, about 600 away, and that'll be big. Not being able to get just destroyed by the Jakiro.
that's a very, very important item for a lot of these heroes. And as for, he's got 5 Bloodstone charges. This is similar to how we saw Fata play yesterday on Leshrac, and that was Alliance giving it to them.
Yep.
And Moonlight Shadow's going to go no sentries or detection for Alliance nearby. Bulldog could be the target. Instead, they're going to wrap all the way around. Loda is nearby. Do they have the vision?
They see purple.
They see him. They know where he is. They're also going to see S4. They're going to see everybody. They're going to wait for a team fight here. They might just back away. They've got Haunt ready to go. And Alliance are sitting so far behind that tower, but they see Ake. They see Bulldog. They know exactly where they are. They might even just go for a smoke or something here. Little by little, they're going to inch their way forward past this Tier 2 tower. And Sexy Bambo, Yapso, they're all in position to try to find something. They've got the Aphotic Shield. They would like to have the BKB up for the Tusk, but at this point, I think they just want to go. And Alliance know that something is up. Everyone is missing off this map.
Yeah, they're like, where are they? What are they saying? Little do they know, literally right next to them. But nighttime, can't see them. Aether Lens on Pugna. Get that extra damage. I mean, now he can life drain from afar on his teammate if he wants.
That's pretty nice. I mean, he's had that item for a while, and that's the only item he's picked up besides the early game bracer. That's how bad Ake's been doing. Lowest to net worth. We rarely see instances of Ake play, I think, this poorly in a lot of circumstances.
Yeah, he's just been countered perfectly by the Tusk. That's it. Tusk running at you, a Spectre. You know that ult's coming. They're just not safe in the back line.
All right, well, actually, they do pick up the energy booster. It looks like it might actually be Guardian Greaves for Yap, so I thought otherwise, but
Maybe an Aether Lens too.
that could be as well. Yeah, that's a good point.
I would like that. I mean, he saw how much damage he did last fight. And that was without Veil, Aether Lens. If he gets both those, oh my goodness.
All right, well,
Both teams are content with farming. I know for Mama's Boy, they super. They're like, we got the Spectre. I mean, a Juggernaut's only going to do so much, even with the, what does he have? He's got the Battle Fury and Sanjin Yasha, and Black has Manta, Radiance, Vit Booster, Drum, Phase.
and 1,500 gold.
And he has a skill that lets him do way more damage and take less damage. That's always good on a carry.
Yeah, and it just comes down to Spectre getting farm, and really when it happens, it is frightening as all hell. And speaking of farm, Pycat has picked up his BKB. He's almost got his level 3 Moonlight Shadow. It only costs 75 mana. The mana cost for it used to be, I feel like, a lot more, but now the smoke comes out from Alliance. And they're looking for some targets. This could be the fight they're looking for. Soxa will break the smoke. He'll see S4. The Yules will come out. This is not the target you want. He can just borrow time if necessary, and he will do so. The Ice Path will make sure that Alliance are pushed back just a little bit. Borrow time now down. They pop up the Moonlight Shadow on top of that just to make sure that, well, he stays safe. The split push will continue for Black top lane, but he needs to be careful. He'll probably push this wave out. He already hightails it out of there. He's like, I'm done here. I don't need to do anything else.
It's like, why is Alliance not pushing middle after they did that? He knows they're coming.
So they're going to head towards Roche instead.
Even smarter. Getting Roche. Nothing like getting an A just to fall back on.
I don't know, though. They do have that Echo Slam in Alliance.
They
This
do.
could be the turnaround fight for them if they can find a huge initiation from EGM. He's had a great tournament so far. We'll see if he can get something done. Ake and S4 are ready to go. They've picked up the BKB for him, by the way, which is pretty big. Still a lot of right-click damage coming out from Mama's Boys, but nonetheless, they're going to head up to the high ground. They're going to try to do the good old wraparound gank.
Oh,
with
and the
this
smoke comes out right here. This is going to be a fight.
Mama's Boys, Soxa's smoke is going to break. They know that he's there. They're looking for the splitter. The Haunt will come through. The snowball's up as well. The Blade Fury does get off, and Bulldog is going to get obliterated before he can get his mech off. But still, they picked up Jakiro. The BKB for S4 is doing some serious work. They're chasing after EGM, and the Haunt, the Radiance will do the job for Black. Now there's the splitter coming out. Bambo is low, and it looks like he will fall. 2 for 2 buyback coming up from Bulldog. Loda, he's out of Omni Slash. Black is just going to back away. He's got decrept. The Spectral will go. They're trying to get out and make sure they don't fight into that vacuum wall coming up from Darkseer. In the end, the trade is going to go in the favor of Alliance by about 500 gold, but that is because, well, they just, the net worth is higher for Mama's Boys. They get more gold out of it.
Yeah, and the Pugna Ward just shows it just destroyed. Jakir casted all like his 3 spells, and he took, I think, like 1,000 damage from that.
Yeah. Haunt is down. Loda, he doesn't have his Omni Slash anymore, and everyone's a little bit low. The life drain will go. They can clear this out pretty quickly, but Pycat can send an arrow in, and in fact, that is what he's doing. And it's going to hit Ake right in the face. He is very low. Bulldog, he's got his mech. He's not really willing to use it yet. He's going to get bashed up. The rest of the team is here, but EGM, Echo Slam already used, down for 73 seconds. The Manta Illusions are going to just get sent in. The mech will go. If they could just get this on a support, and more than likely take a lot of damage. Loda's going to try to bring it down. He'll do so. Here's the smoke again, and they don't see him with the Spectre illusion. They know something is up now. That's a bit frightening if you're Mama's boys, and they'll back up.
Yep, they're fine with that. And Black still getting closer to his heart. He just chased EGM that whole fight, and his team kind of paid for it in the backside when he was doing that.
Yeah. It's one of those things as a carry that people will often say to you, if you have to chase longer than a certain amount of distance and you're just out of the fight in general, you just generally don't want to chase. But still, he got the kill, which is fine. And his team did pay for it in the back lines. You talked about the Nether Ward. The smoke's still going, and it's back to the Roche pit here for Alliance. At least that's what it's looking like.
Yep.
Haunt is up in 6 seconds, by the way. That is the most important team fight ultimate, I believe, in the game currently.
Yep, Spectral and ESL, and one of them counters the other, so. And they are going to go back to the Roche pit. They know the frozen sigil is down.
They're going to send up an arrow here momentarily, and it's going to give vision, whether by hitting somebody or they drop the Nether Ward on the high ground. That's very, very important. They send the arrow in the right area. Might see it. The Ice Shards will catch up Loda. As Roche is getting low, the Frozen Sigil will get vision. The Split Earth comes out. Again, they have Haunt. The arrow's going to sail in. It's not going to hit.
Yep, they see the Nether Ward. I'm not sure Lions can do this. They're going to try, though. Black has his ultimate.
Nether Ward's getting right-click down. There it is. I don't have it now. The vision's gone as the Frozen Sigil was going over to the other side of the pit. Now the Frozen Sigil will be able to get them enough vision to find this out. But EGM jumps in. Fisher comes through. They don't have Echo Slam. The Haunt will fly. The Omni Slash. They've got great Yules coming out. Soxa's still got his borrowed time. Now Black will get a kill already on Bulldog. That's a dieback. Loda's going to work on Yapster. But at the rest of the fight, Ake is getting brought down. S4 already did it. It's a triple kill for Black, and they're looking for more. Great Fisher to stop the chase on the Loda, but still he is in some trouble. They've got a couple of Spectral Daggers. They've got an arrow coming through. It will not hit onto Loda. They're going to chase him down. Can they get there in time? They need Bambo, and he's coming in. The Blade Fury will fly. Loda, he's going to Blade Fury out. He doesn't have a TP. He'll buy it. He'll blink into the tree line. He'll TP away. Ice Shards, we'll see him. They can't get there in time. Still, this is going to be Roche coming out for Mama's boys as they take down Bulldog. He's dead for 40, and they take out S4 as well.
Yeah, they figure one guy out, and they just take him down immediately. EGM with the good blinking on the Jakiro, and then EGM ults nobody. Jakiro with a perfect Yule Scepter and just throws him in the air.
Yeah.
It's just, Yapstar's playing really good.
Now Black has picked up his heart and an Aegis.
Oh my goodness.
How do you kill him? I just don't know if you can.
And 2.3K. I didn't realize he had that much money.
Bambo, Yule's up. The Split Earth's about to go. They're going to give him the Moonlight Shadow. Do they have detection? I don't know if it really matters. They drop the sentry down anyways. And Bambo will fall. His BKB completed, however.
Yeah, it's kind of a dumb death, though. You don't want to just, even though you take the Roshan, you want to play safe, build up your thing, and not let Loda. Loda does have a blink, 1K. And Loda's been living in every team fight, so they got that going for him.
Yeah, they really do. It feels like he's so, I don't want to say useless, but he's just not doing damage in these fights.
He's not doing enough, especially with Bulldog. Their vacuum wall's like the most damage they have, and he got blown up last night.
Yeah, I mean, Black went right on him with the Haunt, and the Omni Slash we saw, Yapsor, he just mech Yules himself, and he's like, well, you're on your own, Sox. It didn't go to him. The Omni Slash didn't jump to him.
Exactly, and it bounced to like the Ancients there. That was the worst old Loda could find.
You're like, God damn it. That's just not what I was looking for.
We have an arrow trying to scout out maybe a gank. But nothing there. S4 has Boots of Travel. He can always get to a fight if he needs. He's farmed Yules, Bloodstone, BKB, and bots.
S4, he's trying to do his best to keep this game even. He is second in net, or third in net worth, right behind the Juggernaut. Loda continues to get farmed, but at this point, he actually has caught up pretty well. The Battle Fury has helped him farm, whereas Pycat, he's slowed down considerably. His BKB has been picked up. He's got a haste rune now. He'll be able to get some extra mana. S4 is going to get scouted out. Pycat might look for an arrow here.
Black buys the Boots of Travel next. I was wondering maybe he'll go Diffusal or Butterfly, but he'll keep us guessing for a little bit.
Arrow completely dodged by S4. He'll Boots of Travel out, but this is going to be the Tier 2 tower getting assaulted. Ice Path will go, and he's in trouble. He's got a Yule Scepter. The Split Earth will go. Black very tanky. The Lightning Storm is about to fly. Bulldog looking for a vacuum. Look at just one hit. Does so much damage. The Radiance Burn. The wall has to be used. Just onto Black. Loda's going to jump in. Finds the Blade Fury. There's the Haunt. They'll take down Admiral Bulldog with Bambo going to work with the Ice Shards. And he's in the base. Black wants Sake. The Decrypt will only maybe let him go down even faster than the Radiance Burn. In fact, he will. Black still has that Aegis, but he's pretty far forward. He might be in trouble here. Aegis is going to get used. And S4 is out of mana, though, in Loda. He does have that Omni Slash, and he might have to find it. Good Ice Shards coming in. They've already lost 2. The Tier 3 tower getting assaulted as well. Loda will Blade Fury clear up the creep wave. He's got the Battle Fury to do so as well. He's got his Healing Ward. The Tier 3 tower, the Liquid Fire will do a good job of it. Pycat looking for Haps and Arrow, they have the BKB up on him still. Nobody dead coming out. Now, Alliance, jump forward, the Pulse Nova. They don't get off of Split Earth or an Edict or Lightning Storm. Tier 3 tower still getting brought down, brought low, chunked by Black, and continues to go to work. Oh, it just takes so much damage from one right click. There's going to be the snowball. They're looking for a Walrus Punch. They can't find it. EGM, he's got Echo Slam. The Rack's now getting assaulted as well. S4, Ice Path miss. Doesn't matter. He gets destroyed by Sox's Miscoil, and Black brings him down. No buyback. He's dead for 52. They still have tier 2s up in both bottom and top lane, but this should be at the very least a set of racks. But here we go. Black will send his Man Solutions. Great Ice Path. The heal coming in. The heal bomb. The life drain from Ake. Draining his life and give it to his comrades, but it might not be enough. They'll lose the melee Rex. They get off the Fisher. Just the tip on the Black. He'll get a Photic Shield up, and they'll back away together. Mama's boys very successful in that push.
Yep, and Black already back up 3.8K. Take a racks, and
He's so much money.
He's just farming. I don't know. I think he'll probably be going. I'm not sure what he's going to go. I think Butterfly is probably better than the Fusel here. They would force Loda into going the Monkey King bar, and Loda's just not. Loda's 2 items down on him.
And it's not even like he's that underfarmed, really.
He's not. Black's just that overfarmed. And it's funny middle, we saw Yapsor trying, he missed actually 5 liquid fires in a row uphill on that tower. Or that tower had gone down quicker. And then he kept paying it. He's like, okay, that's not how it's supposed to go.
Valve, I see you. That's
PyCat as well, 3.8K, so he's going to get, I wonder what he goes. I doubt he'll go Desto this lane, especially when he has the mail. He might just go for the Mjolnir, and I know I'm saying that wrong.
You could say, yeah, you could go for Mjolnir or AC. I feel like AC might be the choice. They will spot out EGM with, I think, an illusion. It wasn't a haunt. There's the diffusal coming out.
It is a Mjolnir.
Okay, he's picked up the Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Mjolnir.
I'm not a Norse or Greek god, whoever that is.
I don't know. Well, you can pronounce it any way, shape, or form. Honestly, most casters have their own thing, so who cares?
I do have the body of a Greek god, though. That's what I've been told.
Well,
Bambo has a blink now. Bambo's he just creates so much havoc, and now with the blink dagger, blink BKB, he's just going to be flying around the map doing whatever the hell he wants.
Bambo things.
Yep.
Top lane, S4 will continue to try to get farm. His BKB didn't help him at all in that last fight, and he's down to 4 Bloodstone charges.
That's the problem. Bambo Walrus punches through BKB, and then Spectre just runs at you at Desolate. That's about all you need.
Here we go. There's going to be a haunt, I believe, used, and now Loda's going to get caught. Played through. They've already brought down EGM. Walrus punch. Ake's dead instantly. Bulldog's already low. The Surge might save him for a moment, but diffuse off coming through from Black. 3 dead, and this might be the beginning of the end. Ice Path S4 is going to hightail it out. He's got really great move speed with Boots of Travel as well as Yule Scepter. They pick up the Juggernaut. He's down for 73, but of course he does have buyback, and a couple of them do. Actually, it's just Loda at this point, but luckily they still have tier 2 towers top and bottom, and Alliance have done a great job of pushing out the waves. Because if they didn't, this game would probably be over right now. They'd be taking racks top here.
Oh, it looks like they might
just go tier 4s probably.
They could maybe scout out some buybacks if they want.
And Backdoor Protection is still there for a moment or two. It's about to go down. And, well, it doesn't even really matter. It's going to just fall instantly anyways. If they're doing a lot of damage, maybe not. They can't quite bring it down. But there it is. Backdoor Protection gone. The creeps just about in the base. The effigies are going to go down as well. And really, they're all going to be up here pretty soon. They have buyback for Lodo, and he can just use it instantly if he wants to. He's got more than enough. This is going to have to be the big defense coming out from Lions. Once Bulldog is back alive, he will not have wall. 1 tier 4, Walrus punch into S4. The Ice Shards are going to catch him. They've got the life drain going, but Black's not even focusing him. He's like, I just want the tier 4 tower. And they're going to back up. The Lightning Storm will go. They pop up the Aphotic, getting blocked. There's the Fisher. They have Blink Echo. They're going to try to find it. Vacuum coming in as well, but still the damage is not there. And Bulldog, the mech will come out. S4 is low. Bulldog will die yet again. Loda did not buy back, still dead for 6 seconds, and that is more than enough to bring them all back into the base. The Arrow will finish the job. Triple kill for PyCat. Ooh, baby, is he having a good game, and this is going to be it looks like. There's the Walrus Punch. Loda's going to get caught, still has buyback. Ultra kill for PyCat in the end. GG is called. Outstanding game from Mama's Boys, from Black, from PyCat, from everybody.
Yeah, everyone played good. Their support duos bought enough time for Black, and that's all you need. A Spectre. Just amazing play from Mama's Boy.
And that will lead them into a game 3. Mama's Boys, they are no joke. They are no slouch. Alliance is not an easy team to beat. They had maybe a fluke loss to Vega earlier, I think.
Yep,
and
now when Mama's Boys they've just looked at all tournament. That's the first game they've lost, hasn't it? That game 1, and now they're only 1 game away from advancing to top 3.
They've 2-0'd. They've done a great job, honestly, and we'll have to wait and see how game 3 comes out.
Black had 1 death. 1 death on a Spectre.
What was his GPM? 695. Pretty damn good.
That's insane, yeah. And not much we can say. PICAT had a rough start early, and then he just picked it up. He just got BKB male, and he was just doing plenty of damage.
That was a fun game to watch, to behold. And Mama's Boys, they'll take the victory alliance, not having too much fun. But again, we have Game 3 coming right up around the corner here for PIA Captain's Draft 3.0 presented by DC and moonducktv. This is Mont and Grant. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to head it back to the couch as soon as we're done with our ad break. But with that said, game number 3 right around the corner. Stick around, guys.